day and you're not able to, converse with someone, it's hard to keep that dialect. And he was able to speak so freely and so almost just like he'd been doing it for so long. That's what I found to be a little odd.
Really? Well, I can't answer that. I just know that I think that they were going to do everything they could to get their son home. I don't think that there was any bad altercations whatsoever about that. That's just my taking on it. And as far as him speaking Arabic, I think it's like anybody else that wanted to learn a language. Maybe it came the time that he wanted to talk to those people, or wanted to learn the language. I don't know. I lived up there for a long time, and we're just simple people. I just don't think that Blaney and Bob are bad people or anything. I just think that their son went over there to war. I think he was just, he wanted to go over there to serve his country, and he was caught up in this chaos of war. And I think that was more or less, I think he was brainwashed by those Afghanistan people. I think that he was scared. And, he was never going to see his family again. I think he was going to do what he had to do, and I think he was a pawn, and so on and so forth. I just really don't think anything more of that.
Well, during the time that he was a POW, did you ever talk to his parents at all? I know Bo was writing a lot of emails back to his family. In one of the emails, he said that he was ashamed to be American. Did you ever have any chance to talk to the mother or father about a lot of those emails he was sending home?
No, they wouldn't talk to the media, and they wouldn't talk to anybody about anything.
And
they really tried to stay out of the limelight every which way they could, because they just didn't want.
Well, how do you feel about the way that Bo is being portrayed now in the media, in the mainstream media? The fact that they're saying, is he a hero? Is he a deserter? How do you feel about that?
I don't think he's a diverter. Like I told you, I think he was just a scared young man that went over there and was caught up in the war. And I think he just, they say that he was trying to divert and trying to leave. Who knows what he was trying to do? Maybe he just wanted to go for a walk. Maybe he wanted to just get out of there, and he got caught, and there you go. He's just innocent, a pawn. He didn't know what he was doing.
Now, did you have a chance to watch the interviews that when the parents went to the White House and spoke to the president, and also yesterday Bob did an hour-long interview as well live? Did you have a chance to watch those?
Yes, I did.
And what did you think about those?
Well, I don't know what to think about those, to be quite honest. I don't know.
I mean,
my feeling on the whole thing, I think it's a on my part, I think Obama, I think he's just doing this to make him look good. I don't think it's right what he was doing. I don't think it's right at all. I think he's using the Bo and his family to make him look good.
And how so? How do you think that he's doing that? How's the spin on that?
Well, for years that Bo was gone, nobody really, the media, nobody really said anything about Bo. Only up here in the Idaho area, we kept saying bring Bo home, and the media would get a hold of it a little bit and play on it, and that was it. But for years, nothing was said about Bo. And then all of a sudden, Bo's released. He's being accused of all this, and sure, those terrorists, they're terrible people. There's no doubt about it.
Well, in 2010, there was an article that said that Bo had converted to Islam, and this is what the Taliban say, and that he had taught them how to make explosive devices, and that he had changed his name to Abdullah. Do you know anything about that as well? Did you ever hear the parents talk about that?
No. Like I said, the parents didn't talk about anything about that. And as far as that goes, yeah, he probably was forced into doing that. That's my thoughts on it. I don't think he was.
Do you think that Bob, the father, converted to Islam as well?
No,
No?
I don't.
All right, Susan. Well, thanks for being on here. Do you have anything else you'd like to add? Anything else you'd like to say about this story?
I think Bo, like there again, I think Bo is just being used as a pawn. I think he stepped into something that he didn't know what he was getting into, and by the time he was there and he was caught, it was too late. And he had to. I mean, if anybody was going to be caught in a situation like that, I think he'd do probably the same thing that he had to do, and he got to come home, and because I know that he thought he never was going to see his parents again, his family, his friends, or his home. I think he's just scared. Once again, thank you, Susan, for being here and sharing your story with us. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for being on InfoWars. Oh, yeah. Thanks a lot. All right, stay tuned weeknight, 7 p.m. Central. Also, if you like the news, please make sure you go to prisonplanet.tv. Your username and password can be shared with up to 10 people. This has been the InfoWars Nightly News.